Morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is for you. Morning is usual for me. Shmi Wingish Nibe, Mijaki Quay, Sweetgrass Water, Medicine Woman, yo, friendly, freaky ass Medicine Woman, Christiana Carr, Chris Carr, superstar. This beautiful divine being right here. Welcome, you beautiful divine beings. Right here too. This helps me, so I'm debating to come on or not. Because I'm, hard times. We're all going through hard times. You know, with this distance, having to social distance, whatever. Well, years before this COVID, I've been feeling disconnected from my family, and it's when that first lockdown thing last year. My nanny made her transition to the Blue Road. Haven't been able to gather with my family for that. My Aunt Gladys moved to BC. My great Aunt Grace. Well, those are deaths. Well, except for Aunt Gladys. She's in BC. She'd had a stroke almost a year after my nanny had one. And that was just in nanny had one in 2016. Aunt Gladys was in 2018. Anyways, I have my children home for the weekend, and they just seem to can't wait to get out of here. And the reactions to me sometimes it's not me. These are things I've noticed before. And my keeping a home for them. Things are going to naturally change anyway. I wasn't, for whatever reasons, right? Wasn't able to get started. And with all this, goal was to do a private practice, but my name's been slandered. And if they can convince my own family that I thought really loved me and would always be there for me, just like I was always there for them. Always. Everything I did, I went out to be seen and be representative of my family, and what a beautiful family I had. How perfect no family is. I'm a very family person. And I'm gonna be a grandma soon, and as a girl, my first grandbaby is gonna be a granddaughter. It's the hardest thing in my life. I feel so tired. And all my efforts. And it's nothing, it just makes it seem more, because you're a good mom. You've always been there for your kids. You're always putting their needs ahead of yours. Everything you do is for your children. You've read before you even had children, taken all these courses, because you want to be the best mom you can be. And it might not be everybody's idea of the mom, because you're trying to switch things, because you see, okay, we've got these messages, these can be, so you try and put people still in their old school ways or whatever, don't agree, or because we're balancing, kids get catered to so much, we need to find that balance. Kids were being used and abused too much. They're still in different ways, because giving your kids everything is a form of abuse too. Right? Just indulging your children in whatever they want, whatever they ask for, that's also a form of abuse. Not teaching them to take care of themselves. So I had a lot more respect with my first one. I took early childhood education. Just a couple years ago, I did the ICS and with honors graduated child psychology. And I can see all the stuff in my children, but they're not taking me seriously. It doesn't matter what I say, because it's just written off. Oh yeah, kids do this. Oh yeah, it's like normal behaviors. Yeah, it's normal for when you're in abusive situations like this. Yeah, this is normal. The kids get alienated and brainwashed. You can even see the confusion in them, because, you know, they know their experience is not the truth. And it's been tainted. I thought we were doing good. We had a great, Saturday was a little rough. We turned around. We worked together. And then they want to go. There isn't the games here. There isn't so many treats here, They're limited here. They're limited in how many treats and things like that, right? It's trying to find that balance. Oh! Mending Mondays. Miracle Mondays. I need a miracle. God, I need a miracle. I told my kids they're gonna get my place all set up, because they're just... This is a reality here. Have to, sometimes we got to dream a new dream. That's okay. It's God's will, not my will. Creator's will. All my relations are with me. I'm not alone. Definitely not the first one to go through something like this. Definitely not the first good mother to have her children taken away because somebody else had more money. And my illegal aid's running out too, so what? I can't afford like a full service lawyer. No. Mine's limited. And it seems like working more for the courts than for me. It's so... You go into these things, all those lawyers, well, you don't expect the lawyers to have any, they're doing their job, right? But it just feels like there's this little niche of theirs, right? I don't know. It's, I don't wish this on anybody, nobody. You're my worst enemy, no. I love them. My children are caught. It's not fair. It's not fair to my kids. Whatever you do to me, come on, what are you doing to these children? Why don't you look at it that way? What are you doing to these children's mother? Whatever your personal thing for me, whatever. But what about these children's mother? I've always been a good mother. Not perfect. Not perfect. I'm first to say that. I'm not perfect. But I am a good mom. My children know that I love them. And I told them I don't even have a problem with them wanting to live with their father, but the way it's been gone about didn't have to go this way. We could do it in such a more peaceful way where the children have the best of both their parents. And they got what's left of their mom, and there isn't much left of me after those people did what they did. And continue doing what they're doing. Lies. But the more you try and stand up for yourself, that's how it gets set up. Because then you just make their stuff look true. Because look at me. Do I look stable to you right now? No, I'm emotional. I feel powerless. Feeling hopeless. Because it's working over there. My kids don't want to be with their mom. Oh, it's not about that. It's whatever, right? They've learned to pity their mom or not trust their mom. Not based on their own experience with their mom, so they're so confused in that. It's such a horrible thing to do to children. It's a horrible thing to do to children. I can't even believe my own mother's participating in it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, right, that's the most damaging thing, because she wrote a horrible letter that wasn't true. So of course I look, well, if your own mother's saying this, right, and your own firstborn son and his wife and your brother's wife, if these are all saying, and they know you, not people I hung out with, not people that really know me at all, but you know, and the pleading that my children need to be saved from me. most mentally and physically challenged person that they'd ever met in all their years. Maybe I am. I mean, I am a human being. Maybe I'm not so good at being a human being. I don't know. Well, I am. Figure sometimes I get held to a higher standard or something. I don't know. All these people going through stuff, or whatever, right? I don't know. It's like they've all had their things. And I've been there for them all. In one way or another. And they've all thanked me. Told me how much they love me and all that. And then, right, you turn around. And it's not everybody. But I understand. Oh, yeah, humans have gone through stuff like this. It does. It starts feeling pretty hopeless. You start feeling pretty alone. I'm so grateful, because that's my belief. I know I've always got a connection there, so even when I'm in my darkest, I'm like, no, please stay with me. I've never felt so low in my life. Stripped of everything. You know, like now, right, I'm gonna get my house set up because it's gonna be easier to pack up if everything's in its orders. Ouch. And the neck keeps twisting, so this doesn't help when I'm upset. Makes everything tighten up more, and you know, I'm just trying to let it out. They just went home yesterday. Get away from me fast enough. So that's really hard. Hard to reconcile things in your brain, right? When I tell myself, no, they do love me and all that. You know, like I used to say about my family too. And then when it all comes down to it, I can't keep lying to myself anymore. Excuse me. Maybe you're going through similar stuff. Something maybe you never thought would happen in your life, and now you seem to be caught in that, and there's nothing you can do. The more you do, right? It's like in that quicksand, the more you struggle, the faster you sink. You know, getting clothes and thinking there's my dream. And it just gets taken away and not based on truth. Somebody can dress up the lies and make them seem prettier than the truth because nobody wants to believe the truth. I don't even want to believe it. I never wanted to believe it. As a good mother, you believe your daughter. Your 4-year-old daughter. They don't make stuff like that up. There's the things you see with your own eyes and witnessed. But that don't matter. The one with the children the most, it's overlooked because the picture's been painted. You know, because there is people out there that do this or people out there that do that. Well, that kind of taste. They say it's unbiased. It's totally not. It's totally not. This is totally not an unbiased system. Totally not. There's human beings up there, right? Yes, human beings. We all get opinions, right? And it's hard to change their minds, and this is what I'm told. I can't change their mind. They've already made up their mind. Anything I say is like nothing. It's the speakings of the crazy woman. So, I feel powerless to help my children. But my children are going willingly. Well, they don't know. I got fooled by these people as an adult, and I thought I was really aware. Children don't stand a chance with these people. They don't stand a chance with them. You know, to really be able to use their own minds. But that's the thing, what if they use their own minds? Well, that's when you get beaten down a lot. Because you're not going to be controlled by people. You're going to be yourself. That's the thing. I'm so me. I can't change that even when I tried not to be, because it seemed nobody liked me as me. We're all parts of me. Oh, but I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm me. And me will be okay. Yes, I will. You know what? I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to read from that book. There's one card. Here, we'll read from the book. You've been going through things you never thought you'd go through. Worst nightmares coming true, right? All this stuff is sweeping you away, and you're feeling all drowned because you can't see. There's just so many lies and stuff out there. Right, and here's that shield. Right, destroy. It'll be whatever it'll be, and you know what? I believe in that fully. I'm a human. I'm a mama. And my babies, they're my babies. But they don't belong to me. They're their own people. So I tell them, you're half mom and half dad, and you're all you. You're your own little beings. You're your own people. You're creating your own self. I try to teach them how to use their own minds, think for themselves, when the other ones want to do all the thinking for you. Tell you what to say, what to do. And if you don't, oh, tell me. If you know who I'm talking about, you know. If you ever disagreed with them, how did that go for you? Well, don't take my word for it. What's your own experience with them? Gosh, they've always been 100% truthful. You've never seen anything where they, right? Thing is, though, they believe their lies. Those are the most dangerous liars. The ones that convince themselves they're telling the truth. Those are the most dangerous liars. You lie to yourself. They're convinced, but everybody, we all do that, right? We get an opinion, we get an idea, we're all right in our own minds. So for us to be right, if we're the good guys, we gotta make somebody else the bad guy. Right? Why can't we all just be human beings? Right? As we all are, we're human beings. One card to help us all. Anybody else going through something like this too? You know, I know I'm not the only one. This, you know, and I feel for you too. So let's have a card we can focus on to help us. Just one. We're kind of keeping it simple. Justice, balance, restoration of nature. And look at are we at the 11th today? Happy birthday to my beautiful cousin Loretta. Her birthday was yesterday. Sorry, I didn't do anything. I was gonna get on a drumming thing, and I remembered it. And then I got into a show, and then it was too late. and now I'll get there. Does it really need it? And we all need this balance in our lives, right? The restoration of nature's balance, the justice will come. It's all, right? It's always in divine and perfect order. So, you know, if we just keep ourselves in balance, find that way. And I'm going to keep that up here. Alright, I'm going to closer for you. Whatever, there you go. You can see it, right? You can see it. Balance. Balance. I'm going to read this out to you. So what does that say? It's also the Justice card in the traditional deck. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. So, and I'm going to read this out to you. It's in the major arcana, so this is Spirit. Spirit's with us right now. And we don't have to worry. Spirit's in all of it. Divine and perfect order, even if we can't see it. We don't know. Sometimes that lesson comes up after. It's a hindsight. Is the 2020s, right? And you can have a closer look, because, you know, what do you get from those pictures in there? See, female and male all balancing. You see all the little creepy crawlers and everything. Everything is needed in this. For everyone. Everything. So we need to restore that balance. Right, number and meaning, 11 and balance. Traditional name is Justice. Medicine, woman energy, the restoration of nature's balance. Affirmation, divine justice works within me, eliminating all that is unnecessary from my thoughts and granting to me all that is good. I walk in balance, knowing Earth's care. The card speaks. I balance as a universal flow, as a universal force. Ow! I balance as a universal force, have many things to consider. I must look through time, judging the effect of present actions on future generations. I work through you, presenting opportunities that would benefit many, if you choose to heed my call. I speak through what some have referred to as your conscience, giving you in any moment an immediate sense of what is right or wrong action on your part. I never work as guilt, though I am sometimes mistaken for this one. I am more correctly experienced as enthusiasm or hesitation, depending on the situation at hand and whether the action you contemplate would benefit or harm the whole. Guilt, on the other hand, is often a conglomeration of old rules spoken to you by others and being held in your minds as shoulds or shouldn'ts. I instead work only in the now. I am your immediate pre-action response to the situation at hand. I want you to act. It is only through you that my work is done. Likewise, it is only through your action that you know if your inner convictions are truly in the good of the whole. You must test out your theories. You must see if they are valid. Your inner sense will tell you in the moment if you are creating balance, harmony, equilibrium. That which you no longer need, whether theories or things, will in this way be eliminated. My sword will fall, cutting away those thoughts that limit you. You will give away any possessions that are weighing you down. You will break away from people or circumstances that no longer promote your growth. I am the archetype of self-discipline. With me, you will begin to pursue your... With me, you will begin to pursue enthusiastically your self-direction. Justice will prevail. True balance will begin. Remember, I am accountable for the whole earth. What is allowed in your life must balance out through time and for all life forms. Everything affects the whole. As you work with awareness of this and me, you will find a great peace overcoming your life. Self-questioning. How you value, what value you place on your experience. Each one of them. Decrease how that experience will live within you, whether as a burden or as an inspiration. How much dead weight do you carry? Resentments, grudges, shoulds, shouldn'ts, these are heavy responses. Forgiveness is light. Joy is light. Kindness is light. An exercise. This week, this is great. This week, give away one thing that you no longer need. And here we are, Monday. Okay, so this week, meditation for 7 days. Monitor your thoughts and words. Notice every time you use negativity or indulge in ain't it awful, down and out chit-chat. When you become aware of this going on, be silent or change your words to the most positive ones you can still believe to be true. See, we have to believe to be true. That's the thing. But on the outside isn't matching. I'm bringing it in. I ain't buying this shit. What are you talking about, right? What you talking about, Willis? Right? This is called a mental diet and is an active, ongoing, conscious form of meditation. If you can stay on this diet for 1 week, you will find a great deal of heaviness lifted from your life. There's a challenge for us all. Visualization. Imagine yourself holding the scales of balance. On one side, place something you have. On the other side, place what you give in exchange for this. Is there balance? The astrological sign of this card is Libra. The colors is green. Green is the color of perfect balance. Use it freely in healing. Eat it, wear it, visualize it. Surround yourself with nature's green. A lack of green money in your life may mean that your society is out of balance in terms of respect for nature's green, growing life. You are only a portion of that larger balance or imbalance. At any given moment, your life experience is giving you opportunity to restore the greater balance and thereby your own. Can I put that? No, we're going to hold it up there. I'm going to get to the other one. Okay, the lessons of balance. And this is a good card. It's deep. Oh, good thing we only went with the one. There we go. Right now, we live in a world very unbalanced on a large scale. The resources of the earth have been mined unremittingly with little done to replenish and restore. The earth will adjust. One of her options is to destroy old land masses and create new ones. The destruction may occur where humans have most harmed her, or she may allow innocent victims to go under with the changes in order to activate compassion and set up new priorities in the hearts of the remaining humans. New priorities in the hearts of the remaining humans. Okay. Ouch. The earth is a powerful being, and though humans have often worked against her power, she is still very able to eliminate species, including us, from her body. We are entirely dependent on her for material existence. Her wood, metal, air, water, and fire are the basis of absolutely everything. Humans find it easy to forget when they individually do not have to go to her directly for these supplies. The factories and stores are seen as suppliers of all our needs. However, all factories and stores are supplied by a larger being, Earth. Does it not make sense then to seek ways to work with her powers to replenish her resources? She is most generous with seeds. There is only space needed for planting and compost. The return to her of all waste matter needed for nourishment. We must stop producing poisons, toxic wastes, unregenerative garbage that she cannot transform without killing us in the process. Justice will be done. It is a prime spiritual force. But if we are polluter and polluted, we may have to be that which is destroyed so that others may live. Let us change now. Instead, to work as keepers of the land, as lovers of the beauty she offers, as healers with her herbs and foods, as stewards of the garden, of the great garden, and as gods and goddesses of her everlasting fertility. Foods to balance your being. The spirit affects the mind affects the emotions affect the body is the dwelling place of the spirit. You have great power over the food you eat and its effect on your body. Try the muscle test. Have a friend stand in front of you. Raise your arm out to the side from the shoulder, parallel to the floor. Have a friend press down for a few seconds to test your resistance to the pressure. You resist as much as possible. The point here is to simply give a check as to how strong you are at this particular moment. Now take a food you believe to be bad for you and hold it in your mouth while your friend asks you to resist once more and again makes the muscle check by pressing down on your forearm. The pressing down should be long enough to get an immediate reading for a stronger or weaker. You were probably a little weaker this time. Now before you take another mouthful of the same food, sincerely bless the food. You may use a traditional grace before meals or your own words of love and respect for the food. Ask it to please promote your health and vitality. Then take the food in your mouth while your friend muscle tests in the same way he or she did before. I have seen this test used with the worst of foods and found that the blessing always vitalized the food enough to make the person strong once again. So thank your food for being here for you. Appreciate and accept the life within it. Take into yourself, mentally affirming only the health and nutrition it can supply. This is a blessing that you give and will receive back into yourself within the food as you eat it. Affirm in your mind the idea that what you are eating is good for you. You can't pretend here. If you have a strong underlying belief that this is really bad for you, you will only cause conflict within yourself. You can, however, work on changing the old beliefs by seeking out new information that your intellect will buy. Using this muscle test and/or a pendulum as a biofeedback device is a great aid in giving the mind visual proof of whether something is or is not good for your body at a particular time. During meals, surround yourself in serenity, away from disturbances. These emotions should be still while ingesting food, except for the feeling of enjoyment in the meal. On the physical level, eat the freshest, most whole, that is, closest to the natural state, foods available. Whenever possible, eat the foods that are in season and grown close to home. This keeps your vibration in tune with your environment. You might want to clip the following verse and put it on your refrigerator to remind you of these lessons. Sun is the first food, fresh air and water second. Rest, exercise, and laughter nourish you third. Fourth, the seed of the earth brings life. Fifth, the herb, vegetable, and fruit give health. And sixth, if these be lacking, the animals will provide. Cast aside as little as you can from these the gifts that nourish. This in thanksgiving for their being. Be positive, kind in preparation, friendly and serene in consuming, joyful and active in digestion, and health will be your inner light. Eat from nature if you can, the herbs and wild foods provided. Garden and organic means, or purchased, the least affected, neglected, processed, and imperfected. Locally grown helps you be tuned to home. Above all, envision radiant vitality to be your own. The food rainbow. Okay, I'll take pictures of these because we're almost done. Whatever. Food rainbow. White, milk, the food of the mother. Violet or indigo blue, berries and fruits growing high off the ground, reaching for spirit. Green, vegetables and weeds of the sea, healing me. Yellow, grains, eggs, cheese, butter, and oils, golden gifts of sustenance. Orange, carrot, pumpkins and squash, citrus and melons, rich in the power of life. Red, beets, beans, nuts, seeds, basic building blocks of life. Brown, and if there is a need to ground the self, to stabilize and warm the fragile body, cook the foods in the blessings of fire. Cooking and eating can be a ritual of love for Mother Earth, Spirit, and Self. The more you appreciate and bless your food, the more it will bless you. If you eat from the rainbow of life-giving substances, you will seldom have to deal with illness. If you are habituated to cigarettes, coffee, alcohol, medical or non-medical drugs, or sugar and highly processed chemicalized foods, begin to replace them one by one with the food from the rainbow of life. Remember the 4 food groups. Foods from the rainbow of life. Every time you indulge in an old habit, substance, do it in a prayerful way, such as, Creator within me, I offer you this habit that it might lead me to transformation. I bless this substance for what it has given me and ask to be easily and quickly shown that which must now replace it. I trust that you have something much better in store for me. I choose life-giving ways now and release all that leads me to illness or death. I bless this substance knowing that this may be my final interaction with it. Thank you. One of the worst parts of substance abuse or any addiction, no matter how mild, is the self-chastisement that often accompanies it. Begin to replace guilt with an empowering emotion so that your courage can be built up once again. Your habit was acquired because it was the only choice available within your previous life conditions. So let yourself off the hook and begin now to make one small increment of change. Eating well, becoming healthy and whole brings accompanying peaceful emotional states and allows you to go higher states of consciousness. If you don't like yourself, feed the goddess within you, that spark of eternal life, because life that causes your ongoing existence. When well fed, she will begin to take over and draw to you the life fit for a goddess, and you will be living it. That's our card. Wow. I am glad I read that all out. And I'm going to take a little snapshot of that. Our little poem over here that I read. And then the Rainbow Food Guide. And then I'm going to type out that prayer in the description. That prayer that I read. So if they're struggling, we all have an addiction of some sort. Substance addictions, behaviors, whatever it is, right? So I will type out that little prayer. It'll be in the description if you want to take that. And whatever you feel you need for yourself, take what you need, leave the rest. Come into balance. It all begins within. And thank you. Thank you for those vibes. They help. You see the difference in there? You know, I'm still going through this stuff, but, right, we begin within. Get that body going, and I really need to work on this body. I don't know about you. Well, we all do. We've all been designed to not listen to our bodies. Not designed to not listen to. Anyways, I've gone on too much. Love yous. Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes, thanks for listening. Oh, and thank you for being you. Shining your light through in all that you do, because this world needs you. Yes, yes, this is such an important time, and I'm so glad you're here. Like, what an amazing time. And all we can do is our own parts. We can't do somebody else's job. We got to do our own. Work within our own hearts and minds and souls, and let's align. Woohoo! Yes. Thank you.